Right now, a former UW hockey coach says he has cancer. His message to fans as he begins treatment. Also, university leaders under pressure after testifying about hate speech on their campuses before Congress last week. This as a university president announces her resignation. Good afternoon and welcome to News 3 Now at noon. I'm Kyle Bzorski. We start with a woman who is charged with trying to kill another woman's unborn baby, and she'll be back in court today. Jury selection begins today for the case of Brittany Holston. Holston was charged back in January with one count of attempted first-degree intentional homicide of an unborn child. Court records filed against Holston and her co-defendant Cynthia Dominguez allege that the duo attacked the victim in an apartment complex parking lot back in November of last year. According to the complaint, Holston has a child with the father of the victim's baby. Last week, Dominguez was found guilty for her role in this case. Former UW men's hockey coach and player Tony Granato says he's been diagnosed with a form of cancer. Granato took to social media last night announcing he has been recently diagnosed with a form of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. He said he will begin treatment this week. Granato arrived at UW back in 1983 and played for the Badgers for 4 years. He then returned as head coach of the program from 2016 to 2023. In a statement, Granato said he will be taking a leave of absence from his broadcasting jobs with NBC Sports, Chicago, the Blackhawks, and NHL Network. In a statement, he said, in part, my family, faith, and friends will be my strength to help me through my treatments. I appreciate all the love and support I have received already, end quote. Let's head to the weather patio where meteorologist Jacob Montesano has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Jacob, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, especially considering we are seeing completely clear skies. And I don't know for sure, but it feels like this is the first time we've seen clear skies in about 2 weeks. We've just seen constant cloud cover, but right now, a lot of sunshine at the moment. 27 degrees, though, so it is still pretty cold. But with the sun shining and the wind not too bad, it doesn't really feel like it's 27. It kind of feels like it's in the 30s right now. So looking at the visible cloud track, you know, some of this loop is during the nighttime. But if you look closely when the sun comes up, the northern portion of our area is still experiencing some cloud cover. But we are expected to see much of our area see sunshine at points during the day, especially during the afternoon hours. But more clouds are expected to roll back into our area after sunset. And then we are going to see the clouds break a bit again as we head into the early morning hours Tuesday, with partly sunny to mostly sunny skies expected during the day tomorrow. So some clouds tonight, but in general, we still are going to experience quite a bit of sunshine as we get into the daytime tomorrow. Now, temperatures right now across Dane County in the upper 20s and lower 30s, and that's the case for much of our area. Most of our area under freezing right now, but temperatures are expected to rise a little bit. Still going to be pretty cold today despite the sunshine with highs in the middle 30s, but they are expected to at least get above freezing. Now, this will be the forecast for the next few days, but we are going to see warmer temperatures for the end of the week, and we also are going to be fairly dry. I'll have more details on the forecast coming up a little bit later.
Jacob, thank you with those cold temperatures. And do you have questions or a concern about your plants or garden? You can send us your questions via email to tips@channel3000.com. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company joins us later in the show with the answers. Again, that is tips@channel3000.com. It was a horrific weekend of tornadoes in Tennessee where 6 people were killed and entire neighborhoods wiped out. The city of Clarksville was hardest hit, where the National Weather Service says an EF3 tornado reached max speeds of 150 miles per hour. The National Weather Service reported at least 6 tornado tracks. Officials say at least 22 structures were destroyed and more than 80 people were injured.
My whole life has been reduced to several garbage bags and what I can get in them and what I can salvage.
The local electrical company says there was extensive damage to some of its substations, continuing that some areas may not have power fully restored for weeks. The University of Pennsylvania's president is stepping down. This after Liz McGill and 2 other university leaders were criticized for their testimony to Congress last week about hate speech. Shortly after McGill's announcement, Congresswoman Elise Stefanik posted 1 down, 2 to go, referencing Harvard and MIT, which faced similar lines of questioning. More than 70 members of Congress from both parties have called on the university presidents of Penn, Harvard, and MIT to step down, while the House Education Committee has opened an investigation.
This is not just confined to these campuses. We want to look at Columbia, Cornell, and many, many other institutions.
Harvard's president has issued an apology. McGill will stay at the University of Pennsylvania until her replacement is named, and she will also continue as a tenured faculty member at the law school. Meanwhile, over in the Middle East, festivities in Bethlehem are taking a backseat as the war between Israel and Hamas rages in Gaza. Before the war, hotels in Bethlehem were overbooked, but tourism has plummeted after Hamas's murderous October 7th attack. This has left hotels and shops empty. Meanwhile, thousands of Palestinians have been killed in the fighting.
It's impossible to celebrate while our people in Gaza are going through a genocide when children are being massacred in such a brutal manner.
The scaled-back Christmas doesn't mean all festivities won't go forward. Churches still plan to hold services over the holiday season. If you're flying this Christmas, expect some big crowds at the airport. AAA forecasts record-setting air travel during the Christmas and New Year's travel periods. Airports could see about 7.5 million passengers between Saturday, December 23rd and Monday, January 1st. The roads are also expected to be busy this year. In total, more than 115 million Americans will likely travel over the 10-day period, and that's up 2.5 million from last year. There's more news to come here at News 3 Now at noon. What a new survey is saying about Americans' feelings on inflation. Plus, a baseball superstar signs a massive contract. That's next in the Money Watch Report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. Because around here, we're all about comebacks. Whether it's helping you recover after a car accident or return to the job following an injury, it's us fighting the odds and the insurance company to make sure you get the compensation you and your family deserve. No one loves a great comeback story more than Lawton Cates, which motivates us to fight for our clients every day. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call us today.
At Steinhafels, we know comfort. Introducing the 2023 Stearns & Foster mattresses at Steinhafels. These handcrafted luxury mattresses use patented IntelliCoil technology to deliver the long-lasting, indescribable comfort you expect in a luxury mattress. Right now, Queen Stearns & Foster mattresses start at only $38 per month when you use Steinhafels' special 60-month financing. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
Garage doors don't like the cold weather, but if it breaks, Precision Garage Door is always ready.
Does not matter if it's raining or snowing or any kind of other weather conditions, we're going to get it done on the same day. We know how important that is to our customers.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Can you stay at home and shop for a vehicle in your pajamas? Yes, Bergstrom Automotive offers express purchase so you can complete all parts of your vehicle purchased online. Or you can come in and see us, even in your pajamas. And the cookies are always fresh. So you just bought a vehicle from us. Will we give you a week to drive it and return it if you don't love it? Yes. Love it or return it? Yes, it's that easy. You've been told no before? Join the Bergstrom Automotive family for the yes. Bergstrom for the yes.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Americans are feeling better about inflation. A consumer sentiment survey from the University of Michigan finds inflation expectations have reached their lowest level in more than 2 years. The report dropped the same day that the Labor Department reported U.S. employers added 199,000 jobs in November. The unemployment rate also fell, according to the report. The Fed will consider those numbers when it meets this week to decide its next move on interest rates. Health insurance company Cigna has scrapped its massive merger plans with Humana. Reuters says the deal could have exceeded $60 billion in value, but that the health insurers could not agree on a price. Cigna says it will buy back $10 billion worth of shares. And baseball superstar Shohei Ohtani is now the world's highest-paid athlete after signing a lucrative contract. The two-time MVP pitcher and hitter agreed to play for the Los Angeles Dodgers for an astounding 10 years and $700 million. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Matt Piper.
And here at the noon hour, stocks are kind of mixed. Dow Jones up 84, and the NASDAQ down 18.88, and the S&P 500 up 4.5. Up next, Pam has a look at today's egg prices, plus Jacob is back with your complete forecast. And then tonight at Live at 4, Julia Roberts has a new movie. Arwell Loper gives it a review and brings us the weekend box office winners.
Season. Shop Masterforce at Menards with gifts so good, the stockings stuff themselves.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Stella uses AT&T. Abby has Spectrum One. With AT&T, Stella pays $110 a month for her internet and mobile.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
With Spectrum One, Abby gets internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line.
That's a good deal. I know.
Abby saves big, over $75 a month. That's over $900 in savings.
I'm switching to Spectrum.
Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store to get Spectrum One.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there is now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
Jennifer Hudson Show.
You better get ready!
I can't wait to welcome the cast of American Fiction. Jeffrey Wright, Tracy Ellis Ross, and Erica Alexander.
Wow!
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
Tuesday morning, Josh Breider's helping us celebrate the holidays with all Wisconsin products.
He's talking with Allison Dairyland to help you buy local this season.
And we'll have an update on the warmer temperatures later in the work week. Join us tomorrow morning between 4:30 and 7.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
All right, let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. Pam, how was your weekend?
It was not bad at all, Kyle. Thanks for asking. Welcome to the noon show. Yeah, I guess so long as this sunshine keeps piercing through December, I'm going to do just fine. We'll see if the Packers do the same tonight. Tell you what, it was a great weekend for the Wisconsin Farmers Union. Their 93rd annual convention took place up in Wisconsin Dells. Darren Von Ruden from Westby reelected as their president. You know, Darren's been a part of the Wisconsin Farmers Union leadership structure since back in 2008. Now, he and his wife, Joanne, have passed on the farm to the next generation, fourth generation. His son purchased the 50-cow herd as well as equipment, so now Darren can really focus in on some of the policy side of things for the Wisconsin Farmers Union. He said during his address, one of the items that is really impressive to him is how they have seen an increase in membership for the Wisconsin Farmers Union. He also said he's very happy with programs like the Wisconsin Women in Conservation, the Wisconsin Local Food Purchase Assistance Program, the Farmer-Led Watershed Councils, and most recently, the Fox Wolf Watershed Climate Smart Commodities Project. So Darren Von Ruden back at the helm for the Wisconsin Farmers Union as their president. You know, I talk about the sunshine out there. It's nice, that's for sure, but if you've got animals, they may need a little bit more engagement to keep them from being bored. Dr. Howard Ketover, who is with Iron Gate Equine, says horse owners have to pay attention to what they're feeding their horses this time of the year. A 1,000-pound horse, he said, should on average have between 15 and 25 pounds of hay offered every day through the day. That keeps their gut health going, and it also means that they stay engaged in the eating process. He said, you do have to battle boredom sometimes with horses, though, so things like a jolly ball that they literally can play with, or even just slow feeding mechanisms can help keep that horse a little bit more engaged so that they don't come up with destructive patterns. Barrel cheese today in Chicago down just a half at $1.55. The 40-pound block cheese was up 2 cents, $1.60. A little bit of a put-off on butter, though, down 9.5 cents today to start the week at $2.57.5 per pound. So there you go, Kyle. Just a quick snapshot from what's happening in my world. And as I always say, go Pack Go.
Yes, go Pack Go. Hopefully they pull out a win tonight. Thank you, Pam. Anyway, chilly temperatures now. Jacob is back with a complete look at the forecast. Jacob.
Yeah, although we're going to see the cold weather to start the week, as we get towards the end of the week, we are going to see those temperatures warm up. But the sun is going to return today. In fact, the sun has already returned. The clouds have cleared out of our area, but they may return later tonight. But for the most part, we're going to continue to see sunshine for the next couple of days. And like I mentioned, cool to start the week, warmer towards the end of the week. And even though temperatures are going to be cool, they're going to be fairly close to average for this time of the year. So here's a look at future track. Again, some clouds may increase during the overnight hours, but we're going to continue to see sunshine during the day tomorrow. For Tuesday night into Wednesday, once again, more clouds are expected to enter our area, but they're going to clear out for the daytime on Wednesday. And it kind of looks like the best chance of clouds will be during the overnight hours tonight and tomorrow, but clear skies through Wednesday and Wednesday night into Thursday before we finally get to Friday, where we're going to see more consistent cloud cover. And that's also our next chance of rain. But the chance of rain will be very small. Only some light rain is expected for portions of our area Friday afternoon, and that should clear out by the time we get to Friday night into Saturday. So the weekend is looking dry, and there's not really a lot of chance of rain or snow even beyond this week. And the only chance of rain so this week will be Friday afternoon. So looking at the temperature forecast, highs will be in the middle 30s today. Some areas will stay in the lower 30s. And then for overnight lows will be in the middle 20s. You know, the highs and lows today and tonight will be very close to average, but still cold nonetheless. For tomorrow, once again, middle to lower 30s. Some areas tomorrow, especially off to the north, could see high temperatures in the upper 20s. So it is going to be a pretty cold day, but the average high this time of year is 34 degrees, so nothing crazy. And then as we go into Wednesday, the conditions are going to be similar, with highs once again in the 30s with plenty of sunshine. And then Thursday comes, and that's when the temperatures are going to be a lot warmer. So here's the average high, right around 34. Going to end the 10-day forecast with the average high of 31. But Thursday through Sunday, we're going to be in the middle to lower 40s. The temperatures are going to drop back down to start next work week, but it looks like we could see 40s return as we get closer to Christmas. On top of the temperature forecast, the rain forecast and snow forecast, I should point out, looking very, very light. Only that slight chance of rain Friday afternoon. Not much is expected even into next week. So the forecast for warmer temperatures and fairly dry conditions, that looks to continue possibly all the way towards Christmas. Now, it's still unclear about how Christmas forecast will go, and a lot can still change between now and then. But it is possible that we don't see a consistent system bring rain or snow until maybe after Christmas. And in that situation, the chances of a white Christmas right now do look to be very, very low. So for those of you that want one, I apologize. But at the very least, it doesn't look like we're going to have many travel issues, unlike last year where we had a pretty big system, not necessarily for our area, but across the United States from about December 20th through December 23rd. I'm not sure if you were too familiar with that, but I was in Rapid City, South Dakota at the time, and we had a really bad blizzard December 21st when I was trying to get home. I don't think it was as bad here, but it doesn't look like we're going to have anything cause major travel plans around Christmas, so that's the good news.
Thank you, Jacob. Still cold outside. Anyway, Howard is in the Mr. Food test kitchen, making holiday entertaining easy with a classic main dish.
The holidays are just 2 weeks away, and maybe you're thinking, what should I serve for a main course? Instead of the usual turkey or ham, how about a prime rib? Not just any prime rib, one that lets you pull out all the stops. And if you're wondering, is it easy? Well, it is. You want to start off with a boneless beef ribeye. Now, the size depends on how many people you're planning on serving. A good rule of thumb is to figure about 3/4 of a pound per person, since it'll shrink a little while it cooks. Okay, we rub this with a mixture of garlic, onion powder, kosher salt, and coarse black pepper. So how will we know when it's done? We can use a traditional oven meat thermometer that's inserted into the roast before it goes into the oven, or an instant read thermometer after it comes out. Either way, it should register about 140 degrees. Takes about 25 minutes per pound to give us a perfect medium rare. You can always cook it a little longer if you want it more done. While it's resting, we'll deglaze the pan in the oven or on the stovetop with a bit of red wine and some peppercorns. Now you carve this into thick slices and drizzle them with pan drippings for a main dish that's fancy looking, yet as easy as it gets. The recipe for this pepper-crusted prime rib and the Yorkshire pudding that we're serving with it are online now, so you can really impress your guests. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we're looking for a fancy schmancy way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Briggs from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. Again, email those questions to chips@channel3000.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This holiday season is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Willie Street Co-op has the perfect gift for every foodie on your list. Our seasonal gifts feature thoughtful selections of great goodies like culinary delights for your favorite gourmand or treats for the sweet tooth in your life and special items for the host with the most. We even have gift ideas for kids. And the best part is every time you purchase one of these seasonal items, you're supporting fair trade, local, and natural vendors. Be an amazing gift giver and do a world of good with Willie Street Co-op this holiday season. Willie Street Co-op. Everyone is welcome.
And welcome back. Lisa Briggs with the Bruce Company is answering your plant and garden questions. Again, you can email them to tips@channel3000.com. Lisa, so nice to see you here today.
Nice to see you.
We were saying during the break, you kind of got the C team today with Mark being out.
Maybe only in terms of gardening. You guys are all great.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, we got our first question. Peggy says she has a mum that is planted into the ground and it bloomed profusely over the summer. Should we leave it as is or should we cut it back to the ground? Easy question.
Yeah, okay, so a mum is a perennial here if you've had it all summer. So it's a perennial mum. As far as cutting it, you can cut it back. I leave up about maybe 4 or 5 inches. If you just planted it this year, sometimes mums are a little slow to establish. When you take your Christmas tree down, Peggy, cut some branches and put some branches over it as the ground freezes, and that will help protect the crown of the plant and get it through the worst of the winter.
I guess
we haven't had that yet.
Good advice. Next from Ryan, I have a Boston fern type plant and a palm tree type plant that I left outside too long, and they were exposed to the cold and freezing temperatures. Are they gone for good, and can I save them by bringing them back inside and cutting back all the dead stuff?
If you left them outside once it got really cold and they've been outside, they're probably done. If after a couple of cold nights you'd brought them back in, then you might have a chance, but if they've been outside this whole time, I would say that they are done, unfortunately. If they did come inside, then yes, cut off anything that's dead, put it in a sunny place, water it as needed. Palms need less water than the ferns do, and see if you get some new growth coming back from the base of the plant. But if they've stayed outside and you're thinking about bringing them in now, it's too late.
All right.
We've had some really cold temps.
All the questions we have for now, but
Okay.
I want you to explain, what is this plant? This is a new one you have here.
This is a new plant for us. It's called an ardesia or coralberry. Now, it's not the coralberry that we think of, or if you're a gardener. There's a native coralberry that is hardy here. It's a shrub. This is a different plant. And so it has this really great glossy foliage and these really pretty berries. They start off kind of white, and then the color intensifies.
Sure.
Now, I will say that the berries are toxic. So if you have a plant or a pet who likes to eat plants, this is not the plant for you.
Keep your cats and dogs away from it.
Keep your cats and kids and dogs away from it. It likes a bright, sunny location, and it likes to be on the moist side. So if you're an overwaterer without pets who like to eat plants, this is a good plant for you.
Sure, and you were explaining, I mean, you can kind of see it. We got the kind of white color, and then they go out. Yeah.
Yeah, and the longer they are, you can see the ones up top are much deeper in color. So the longer, oh, here's, and they're dropping off. The longer the berries are on there, the deeper they get. So the color is really cool.
All right. Any more questions we have? I can't see any. We don't have any more coming in.
Well, let's talk about holiday plants for a minute. So everybody has the holiday plants they always get, like poinsettias and amaryllis. Cyclamen is another one. Christmas cactus, of course. So we can talk a little bit about care to get those going so they look really great through the holidays. Cut me off when we're getting close because I don't have an earpiece.
Yes.
So let's start with poinsettias. Poinsettias like a warm spot, lots of sun. They like to be on the dry side. So let the foliage or let the soil dry before you water. If they're in like a foil thing like this that they often are, you're going to want to poke holes in the bottom or put it in another pot so they have good drainage. Christmas cactus are another really popular plant, or Thanksgiving cactus is what we usually have now. They're sort of a succulent, so you're going to want to, again, keep them on the dry side, a bright spot, but they can take it a little cooler.
Okay. Thank you so much, Lisa from the Briggs Company. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company. That's what it is.
Somebody would like that.
Anyway, here's Jake with one more final check of the company forecast.
Thanks, Kyle. We're going to be pretty dry for the rest of this week and next week for that matter. We do have a slight chance of rain Friday, but other than that, not expect to see much, maybe a flurry next Wednesday. Temperatures will be cold through Wednesday, but still near average. Warmer for Thursday, Friday, and the weekend before they drop back down a bit to start next work week, but it does look like they will rise back up to the 40s by the time we get closer to Christmas weekend. But in general, enjoy the weather.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you all for watching.